Hello guys, it's Hammad and Amir from MMA Diagnosis, and today we have a very special guest. He's competing at UFC 257 on February 23rd. He has a record of 30 wins and one loss. Amir the Prince Albazi, Assalamu alaikum. How are you, my brother?
Alaikum assalam. I'm very well, thank you. How are you?
Alhamdulillah, I'm good. So I'm quite excited because you're actually our first active UFC fighter on the show, so it's quite a big deal for us today. So I'd like to thank you for coming on. And you're fighting in 2 weeks on a big card. It's your second
Yeah.
fight in UFC 257, Mcgregor versus Pory. How are you feeling?
I'm feeling great. I couldn't feel any better, and I can't wait I want to fly over tomorrow and go in and fight.
So how's training camp going? When did you start and how's it going now?
To be honest, I'm always training. I'm not the type that, I don't know how people do it, but I just hear in season, off season. I don't really do that. I always train, but when I have a fight, I just push it to gear 5 and push a bit extra before I fight. So my last fight got cancelled with Zhumagolov. I flew over to Las Vegas to have a fight. I just have been whole of 2020, besides the pandemic, has been a bit crazy. After my debut in July, I was supposed to fight Rylan Paiva, but he got injury, so I was postponed to fight Zhumagolov, which got postponed again to Las Vegas. And when I flew over there, he couldn't get a visa, and so I had to fly back again, continue training camp, and now we're here. So now I'm just looking to beat someone up, you know. I'm in that state right now. I just want to beat someone up, and that's it.
Get in there, right? Because I was looking at your record and everything, and the guy you mentioned, the first one, the Brazilian guy, he actually beat Zhumagolov, and then you two were supposed to fight, then it got cancelled, and then it was just a muddle up, right?
Yeah, exactly. So this happened that I got him as opponent, and the fight haven't been on, and now I need to finish this guy because it's been too long, forward and back, you know. So I'm happy to finally be able to go there and just get business done.
So your debut, right? So you fought July, you fought on short notice. How was that experience? Because like in the UK scene, we're from the UK. So you fought in UFC MMA, you fought in Fight Start Championship, Bellator. You worked your way up Brave, and then now you're finally in the UFC. How was that feeling, getting that W, man?
Man, it felt great. The whole experience was actually crazy. You know, me just sitting on the sofa the day before, watching Masvidal taking the fight, you know, on short days' notice, and I'm just laughing with my friend, talking about how it would be. The next morning, I wake up literally with a call from both my coach and manager telling me, listen, there's Fight Island, you know. I'm like, and then just the day before, I've seen Masvidal do the same thing. So I said, fuck it, let's do this, you know. So just literally after that call, I went to the gym, had my last spar, went back home, packed everything, and went to Heathrow. It was literally like that.
You know what's crazy? Like you talking about Masvidal, he got that flying knee, and then you got the first triangle choke of 2020. So it's kind of crazy, right? You got that submission. For this year, 2021 now, are you looking to do something else? Beat that now, do something else? Because maybe first twist of the year, maybe something crazy, man.
I have a lot of ideas in my mind what I can do to Zhumagolov on the 23rd, to be honest. I'm just looking to perform. I think it's going to be, I'm looking to steal the show. I'm not looking to be a part of, you know, Poirier, Mcgregor, all respect to them, but I'm coming there to steal the show. It's my time now, you know, and I'm coming there to show all the UFC fans some good jiu-jitsu.
Yeah, because second fight, massive card, there's going to be a lot of eyeballs on there. So if you want to stand out, that's the time, right? And
Exactly.
What's quite interesting is, obviously, you're Iraqi, you're Swedish, and you're training in the UK, so it's a bit of a trick. But another guy who's Swedish and he's Chechen, and he's made a big name, Hamza Chimaev. Are you trying to, you know what, I'm going to kind of do the finishes, get that kind of same recognition? Because he got like a big name within like 2 fights, right? You got your first triangle choke, another finish, and your name's out there, right, on this kind of card.
Yeah, I'm looking to do meat, to be honest. You know, everyone have their own way of fighting, own way of doing things. I'm gonna do me. I'm my Iraqi that came from nothing. That's just coming to take everything, everything. Whoever they put in front of me, I'm looking to go in there and fight for my country, fight for my family, and put it all out there in the cage.
So you're in training camp. Are you currently training in London right now with the London Shoot Fighters, right?
Yes, I train with London Shoot Fighters here in the UK.
And so how is that kind of like, are you kind of moving back and forth, or are you always here now? Or are you going back to Sweden, or is it?
I do go back and forth, but my main gym is actually London Shoot Fighters. So this is where I spend my camps, my training camps before my fight. Most of my training happens here in London, but I do go back to Sweden from time to time, and I go visit All Stars and train with them there. Very nice, you know, very nice team and very good fighters over there as well.
And so you're kind of representing the UK as well. We look at three different countries now, right? Iraq, Sweden, UK.
Yeah. It's a bit like I've been, how I call it, forever immigrant. I come from Iraq. I'm Iraqi. I'm full-blooded Iraqi, but I grew up in Sweden. So I came to Sweden when I was 7 years old. So all my friends, people that see me where I actually started training and my first gym, I met the love with MMA in Sweden, you know. So I have a special connection there as well. Also in All Stars is my main jiu-jitsu coach, Alan Do Nascimento, who is the head teacher now in jiu-jitsu in All Stars. So Sweden is always gonna be a part of me, but I cannot forget where I come from, which is, you know, Iraq. Just because a cat is born in the stable doesn't mean it's a horse.
Yeah, because I was looking at your Instagram. You got a lot of Iraqi supporters, Iraqi fans, and you even been putting a bit of Arabic kind of music on your stories.
Oh.
Is that going to be entrance music for this one, or are you picking more of a, maybe hip hop or what?
Nah, I'm always going in with Iraqi music, so every time it's gonna be some nice Iraqi tunes on the UFC.
And so your opponent, Zhumagolov, he's quite a decorated striker, right? He's really good with his striking. What I've noticed from your fight is what makes you stand out is you're very good with stand up, and it's, you know what it is? It's your transitions. I feel like, honestly, the way you transition from stand up to your grappling, man, is something to watch, man. Even from your earlier fights to now, like even with the fight with Malcolm Gordon, you switched, got the takedown, and then the submission came eventually, right? So do you feel like that's what makes you stand out in this flyweight division? That kind of transitioning?
That I can definitely, you know, thank London Shoot Fighters who put my game together, my coach Alexis Dimitriadis, who just made it sync together very well. But I think that is not I think I'm a more complete fighter than what people think. Like you say, even with my stand-up, takedowns, and jiu-jitsu, I think that's the difference. It's a new breed of fighters where it's not only having one thing, you know, they're good at, but like good everywhere. But my jiu-jitsu, I don't believe anyone in my weight class have the level of my jiu-jitsu or the finishing rate of my jiu-jitsu. So I'm looking there to go in and tap them out. If I cannot tap them out, I'm very comfortable on the feet as well. If you want some of that heat, I'm ready to give that heat as well.
So why are you looking more for this fight, a KO or submission? What are we going for? Because your last two fights have been submission, right?
Yeah, most people cannot deal with my groundwork, so I don't know. They keep tapping, so I cannot say no to a win. But I'm definitely looking to show more of my stand-up in the coming fights.
Yeah, I think that'll definitely prove a point, especially against a striker. Just knock him out with a stand-up, right? Because I was watching your Bellator fight, and that uppercut that you landed and when you dropped the guy, that was beautiful as well. So his striking is definitely up there, and I can see you finishing him with the stand-up.
But sometimes, like some guys, are not really. To be honest, how I see, I don't see many guys in UFC having that strong of a jiu-jitsu. So basically, I'm just playing it smart. I'm taking them down, but most people haven't been able to deal with my jiu-jitsu yet. That's why I have a lot of finishes on my record. So If I can get the win like that, or if I can get it standing up, I don't really mind, as long as I get there with a finish. I'm not looking to take stuff to the judges.
Yeah, I think that's the best way. Anyways, like you see some fighters, they're wrestlers, and then they get in love with their knockout power, start striking, and then they end up start losing fights. Like just use your wrestling, use the strengths that you have, right? If someone's got a deficit in one area, you don't need to use your ego and just use all your strengths to get a finish. So talking about the flyweight division, I believe like everything in life happens at the right time. So I don't know if you share the same belief, but I feel like you've come into the UFC at the right time, especially for the flyweight division now. It's the most exciting right now. There's a lot of eyeballs on it. We just had Figueiredo versus Moreno. They had a war. So there's kind of like excitement for the division now. Do you believe like you've come at the right time, or do you believe?
I believe in God. I believe that God has set a plan for me. And subhanAllah, the plan couldn't it just been going correct. Like you say, the UFC, like a couple of years ago, that's why I started fighting in Bellator and Brave. All of a sudden, the flyweight division disappeared. No one knew anything. No one knew what was going on. I was thinking I didn't lose hope. I knew they're going to do something about it, but I knew I need to stay active and get more wins on my record. And that's exactly what I did. And I think I came in at the perfect time, like you say, when the flyweights are booming again. And especially now, I feel like everything is, my last fight got canceled. I felt gutted, but then all of a sudden, a new door opened on this massive card, and I can make even more noise to show my skills and make more noise.
Okay, and I'd just like to add your name. So the Prince, right? What I don't think people know is it comes from the word Amir, right? Amir, the modern Arabic, it means a prince, right? So do you feel like, you know what, win this fight and a few more fights, you'll be the prince of the flyweight division, yeah? You'll be fighting for the belt, probably in a couple of fights, really, if we look at it.
After a couple of fights, I take that belt, then I become the king. Just watch and see.
So let's just say you get past, I know you don't like thinking about it, but let's just say you get past Zhumagolov. The fight, where would you like to fight next? Maybe a ranked guy, or is it, whoever they give me?
Yeah, I bet between those two, I don't really care who they give me. Everyone in the top 10 are tough. For me, I should be able to deal with all of them. So whoever, I'm not looking to pick easy fights or pick that guy because he suits my style. Whoever you got for me, but I want a ranked opponent. I want an opponent that gets my name up. I just don't want just anyone, So
you heard that, UFC, right? If he wins, give him a ranked opponent, man. Give this guy, he's hungry.
Yeah,
that's what we want, man. So
I'm not looking to just get another payday. I'm looking to go get that belt. Okay,
that's what we want to hear, right? So I'm gonna ask you some lighter questions now, just to end off the interview. So if you could give me your favorite striking technique.
Favorite striking technique?
Yeah.
Like with
any strike that you like to, what's your favorite? It could be even a combination if you want.
I like actually a push kick. It's not so popular in MMA, but I like how actually Jonathan Haggerty, if you know who it is.
One championship.
Just for me, it just looks very nice. I like that technique. Unfortunately, we don't see it as much in MMA, but it's a very beautiful technique.
Yeah, I think with MMA it's the takedown, right?
Yeah.
Favorite submission? That's going to be a tricky one because you've got so many.
I must actually say is a triangle choke. A lot of people, I haven't done it in MMA really a lot. I don't have a lot of triangle chokes finished on my record. But if you look in my jiu-jitsu career and grappling career, that was one of my most go-to was a triangle choke.
Okay, so triangle choke. And so I'm going to ask you another one. If you had one fighter you could pick, any era, so dream matchup, who would it be?
Dream match. I would say Mighty Mouse or TJ Dillashaw.
I'll tell you something
Because
interesting. Every flyweight that lost, they've said the same one. So Mighty Mouse.
which one? Mighty Mouse, yeah.
Mighty
Because
Mouse.
I believe a lot of people didn't appreciate what he did. A lot of people in the UFC never appreciated because of fans didn't really understand what he did. But me as a fighter, I can appreciate a lot what he did. He was a lot smarter and a lot better than what people think.
And it was the other one, TJ Dillashaw, right?
Yeah.
So that could definitely be a possible matchup in the future. So
Yeah.
I'm gonna ask you predictions for these fights now. So
Okay.
we got a few upcoming fights, big ones. So we got Max Holloway versus Calvin Kerr. Who do you see winning that?
Calvin Cater.
Okay. Is there any way you feel like he's gonna finish it, or just?
Oof, that's the harder one. But I think on decision, actually, Max is very tough. But Qatar have been looking really good in his last fights, you know. And after already a couple of fights, I knew you're going to be a big problem in the weight class.
Okay, so Calvin Kerr. So the next one is Michael Chandler versus Dan Hooker.
Yeah, that's a really good fight, actually. That's a fight I've been looking forward to. I have no idea on that one. That one is really hard. Like, I don't really know. That's why I'm so excited for that fight. One guy is really tall and lanky, and the other guy is short and powerful. So I think we can expect bumps on that one. But if Chandler maybe plays it smart, I think he can take it.
So you're going for Chandler. If you're a betting man, you're going for Chandler.
Yeah.
Another one is Mcgregor versus Pory. So it's the main event of the card you're on.
Yeah, this one's gonna be good as well. I think I go with Pory on decision.
So Pory.
I think so. Yeah.
Well, that's actually a really interesting pick.
I think the fight won't look like it's the first fight. I don't think it's gonna look the same.
Oh, okay.
I think it's gonna be way more technical, and Poirier is gonna put on a better show.
Wow. Okay, so that's an interesting one. This one, I don't know whether it'll happen or not, but we'll see. Khabib versus GSP.
Wow, I don't even want that to happen. Both of them, I respect them enough to not even that fight to happen, because I can't bear see any of them lose, to be honest. But yeah, I think it's hard one, not really hard one. I don't know what to expect. I don't even want that prediction. I don't want that one. Cancel that one.
If you had to pick though, if there was like, you know what, which like if you had to like maybe where, or you had to.
I don't know, to be honest. I would say Khabib, because he's more fresh. I would say like been more in it, and GSP been out. But GSP came after a long layoff and knocked out Michael Bisping. So just the interesting fight. I'm not much for predictions. A fight is a fight, and everything can happen. So.
And this is the biggest fight now. Amir Albazi versus Zhulgas Zhumagolov.
Amir Albazi winner in round 2. Submission or KO.
Okay, so round 2, submission or KO. So you've heard it, people. Submission round 2. I'd like to thank you. I think we'll end the interview here, so you got to go. It was an honor having you on, man. First UFC fight on MMA diagnosis, big deal for us. And I'd like to wish you good luck on your fight. I'll pray the best for you, man. Big card, big show. Before we end it, is there anyone you'd like to shout out? You want to give thanks to?
I want to thank my management, Paradigm, Audi, Tim. I want to also thank my team, London Shoot Fighters, the coaches, my training partners, Javed and Farid Bashra. Thank everyone who helped me through this journey from the beginning all the way to the end. You guys know already who you are. Thank you.
And where can people find you on social media?
Amir Albazi, as my name is on Instagram, just exactly as my name, Amir Albazi, straight away.
All right. Good luck, man. Amir, the Prince Albazi, ladies and gentlemen. Thank you, man. Take care.
Thanks. Take care.
Yeah, bye. Hey guys, if you enjoy our content, please like, share, and comment, subscribe to the channel. Follow us on Instagram, Twitter, and Facebook. Keep supporting. We're going to be uploading predictions, live streams, interviews, and much more for you. So check it out. Peace.